You say you be getting cash, okay? What's the facts? We gon' run up in stats. Police on me like a rash. You say you be getting packs, okay? Got this and that. Send my shooters where you at. Guarantee you getting whacked. Look, cook up like I'm Walter.
Check. Are we back? Yo, been a little bit. So, it's been a little bit since I hopped on the camera. Honestly, I've just been editing so many videos. I know this video is like at least a month behind what the real time is. And I do apologize for that. I've just had so much traveling between Bali, then San Francisco, and then I'm going to Japan next week. Like, it's just been so much movement in these last couple months, which it's truly a blessing to be able to travel. But with creating content and editing and trying to get everything out, it's definitely taking a little bit of a hit. These last couple weeks, I've just been focused on just creating and like trying to pump out as many videos as possible. You know, Instagram, TikTok, and also for YouTube. Like, I'm just trying to edit, and honestly it feels a little bit rusty. I haven't picked up the camera in a little minute. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a little bit now. With this video, I want to make a week in the life of like a part-time content creator, show you guys a little bit of my nursing background, kind of what I do through the IV therapy job, and also just like the little side businesses I run as far as online coaching goes and my car rental business through Turo. This week, I'm going to be also prepping to go to Japan next Tuesday. We leave next Tuesday at 5 a.m. So I decided to start off the week here. Also, I had just gotten back from San Francisco on Sunday. Show you guys exactly what I'm doing throughout this whole week, and also like the little pickups I got for Japan, how I'm prepping for Japan. I feel like since I just came back from Bali, I have a pretty good idea of like what stuff I want as far as international traveling. And I've been doing a lot of research for Japan shopping, and everyone says to pack light, so hopefully that'll be pretty easy for me. Today's kind of like an errand day, and then throughout this whole week I have like little things planned throughout the whole week, along with just trying to get some videos out and get some content out and get appointments done and just do the thing we always do. But on that note, I'm gonna start getting ready to head out and take you guys along with me. So before we head out, I had a couple more packages that just came in. So I figured we just unbox them together. And throughout this whole week, I actually do have a couple of things that I bought for Japan. Kind of like the Bali video where I showed you guys like stuff that I had gotten. Well, there was other stuff that I felt like I was missing for this trip. So from learning that, I decided to grab some more. So the first one here, Amazon box. We got these locks. I've never really had a problem with it, but I had a client tell me that she kind of got into a little issue with her bag when she was traveling internationally, and I feel like international is one of those flights that you don't want to mess around when it comes to travel. So these were just like $8 off Amazon. They kind of stick around your zipper, and I got 2 of them for my carry-on and also my check bag. We got Tide Pods. This is by Newer. It's a quick release plate. So the way it works is you pop this. So this screws on the bottom of your camera, and then it pops into this plate. And then this plate just mounts onto, you know, like different tripods on the bottom. You can kind of connect it and it'll be secured on. And then we got 2 of these. This is right here, Guru Nanda. And I won't lie, this thing kept popping up on my Instagram. It's called oil pulling. So essentially it's a Ayurvedic or like Chinese medicine way of like whitening your teeth. And they say that, you know, you swish it around your mouth like mouthwash in the morning. Just a little 3-pack, the best deodorant on the market. If you guys are still using the little bars, switch now. Like, I just had a conversation with one of my boys about it, but you gotta go with the spray. You don't wanna ever have white marks, especially if you're wearing a black shirt. You know, you accidentally put the shirt on wrong, now you got white marks stuck. Like, that's the last thing you want.
Just as sure as the stars in the sky, I need you to shine in my life. Not just for the meanwhile, for a long, long time.
Stop number 1, we got a little Starbucks here. My go-to order is always a grande shaken espresso with oat milk and 1 pump of whatever you want. So mocha, white chocolate, whatever, and then 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. That's just to limit the calories on it. And that comes out to usually about like 75 to 100 calories. Lately, I've been getting a venti because I saw the price difference is like 50 cents from a grande to a venti. I've seen the videos where, you know, they pour the grande into a venti and vice versa and it fills up the same, but I don't know. I feel like there just has to be there has to be more in it, but also it's 50 cents, so I'm gonna just take advantage of it, especially when I need it, because I believe it's usually 4 shots of espresso versus 2. But again, I could be wrong on that too. I try not to drink too many of my calories, even if I'm bulking or maintaining. Like, I just don't like a lot of my calories being from drinks versus from food. Quick little taste test. Oh my gosh. Guys, there's just something about first caffeine. I had a thing of caffeine already this morning, but I definitely need more than usual, especially on the days where I run, and I ran this morning. So today I've been dragging, and I'm not even gonna lie, that first clip y'all saw me, I was rusty. I just felt like I was just like dragging and tired, but I feel good now. I feel like once you get in the groove of recording again and just like turning on the camera and just like going at it, you feel more comfortable. And I can tell it's gonna be funny because I can tell throughout this week as I record, I'm gonna get more comfortable talking to the camera again in public.
Better believe it. Whenever you're not in my...
I haven't been to AAA in a minute, but this logo isn't what I remember. Like, it must either be a super old AAA logo or I'm at the wrong spot. So pray for me that I'm at the right spot to get this international permit.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi, how can I help you?
I need to get an international.
Are you a
driver's-
AAA member?
No.
Okay, last name?
Dong, D-O-N-G.
First name?
Benny, B-E-N-N-Y.
This will be for the photos, okay?
International driver's permit. Honestly, AAA, that was the smoothest thing, and I like AAA because I used to have a membership there, and they would handle my DMV stuff so easily. You walk in, everyone's so friendly, but your boy is right there. If you see me, the reason why I had to get this was because me and my boy Darwin, we want to do the, if you guys have seen any Japan content, they have like the Mario Kart in Japan in like real life. You need a driver's permit, so if you guys are trying to go to Japan and you want to do the go-kart things, get yourself this. Go to AAA. It was $20 for the fee, but then I think for pictures they added on, it somehow came out to 36. Be sure you do that because they're not gonna let you drive without it. And we didn't realize it until literally like 2 days ago, and we fly out next week. It takes legit 10 minutes. Then we went to the DMV and we changed all of our addresses. So now we got new registration cards here. Obviously, I'm not gonna try to show you guys in camera. The annoying thing is, one, the DMV, I always hate going there anyways because I feel like you're always waiting in line. We had to change both cars' addresses and the license, and bro, it's all a money trap. Like, it literally cost me $56 or $58 to change the just get a new license because I needed to change the address, and then $26 per car, and since I have 3 cars, it came out to like 90 something. It's ghetto out here. Like, it really is. Like, when you move, everything changes, and I wish there was a smoother process because whenever you move to a new place, you got to change your address for your credit cards, your any mailing address that you might have coming in that's important. Usually you can do the forwarding thing, but it's not going to change it permanently. I don't know, I feel like moving should be easier. Like, you should be able to move to a new place easier. That being said, we're just kind of like sitting around. Right now it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna try to get like a couple drone shots out here because we're kind of waiting around for my boy Brian to finish up with whatever he's doing, so then we can link up. We're gonna do IVs for each other. I'm still feeling a little bit kind of run down from the San Francisco trip, so I'm trying to stay on top of it and not get sick. But I'm gonna try to grab a couple drone shots out here. Something I'm trying to do with content is like being more, have I been out of focus this whole time? I've been trying to kind of grab more content and just be intentional with it. So like having my drone on me at all times, having a camera of some sort on me, and just like being able to grab content in the moment when I need to. That being said, we're gonna grab a couple drone shots, get this IV done, and probably end off our night there and then go do editing after that.
Whenever you're not in my presence, it feels like I'm missing my blessings, yeah. So I sleep through the daylight.
Watching a little Love Island over here. Who we got going for the whole thing?
Oh, bro, Leah and Miguel.
Why you watching this other girl?
Delete this.
You get me in trouble.
Look at that. Yeah. So in case you want to know perks of nursing, this is it right here. Hydration anytime. And we ain't getting sick and no trips from here on out. This vibing.
You want rest, we can get into it.
Good afternoon, guys. If you can't tell from the scrubs, we're on call today. So I just got finished seeing 2 clients right now doing IVs, and I feel like with my nursing job I can't really record that much because I can't bring a camera into, my clients' homes. Maybe one day I'll ask one to kind of help me create a little content, one that like I'm close with. I have a couple of clients I'm pretty close with. Now it's already 3 p.m. and I have a client at 7 p.m. She had reached out to me to go see her. In this time in between, I'm gonna try to find a cafe to do a little bit of work. I honestly just was sitting down for like 20 minutes outside of her house because I was trying to figure out exactly what I want to do right now. I want to hit a cafe to do work, and then I also wanted to get food because I haven't eaten since noon. Oh, also I need to charge my car. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a supercharger, charge my car, and there's like a little plaza over there. There's usually a boba shop I go to over there, but I also need to eat. So I think what I'm gonna do is grab a little food. They have a Waba grill or poke, and I think I'm feeling Waba grill just because poke, I feel like they don't give you enough protein in it. Probably gonna just grab a bowl from Waba and hit Starbucks around the corner. I promise you I don't just drink Starbucks, but because if I'm like busy or if I just need somewhere to do work, Starbucks actually comes in a little bit easier since their Wi-Fi is usually better. Usually you can find them like in every corner out here. So because of that, I do go to Starbucks very often out of convenience. During this week, I do want to take you guys to show you guys some of San Diego's like hidden gem, whether it's like food or cafes. I run around to cafes a lot when I'm working, so we might do that at some point later this week. Yeah, show you guys a little bit more of what San Diego has to offer. I feel like there's not too many creators out here other than like my boy Kevin, and I know a couple other smaller ones, but not like that many I've seen around. So I want to venture out with these vlogs and like force myself to be more social on camera. But this is kind of a typical day in the life of a IV work nurse. I'll usually try to always get the gym done in the morning. Today was a bit rushed. Then I'll like pack my bags, have all like my IV stuff. I have IV stuff in the back, so like fluids, lines, tubing, and needles. I have all that in the back. Then I'll usually just bop around to people's houses. I'll listen to podcasts. This is my favorite time to listen to podcasts when I'm driving, to just catch up with, creators or anyone I have that I've really been enjoying. I've been enjoying the 505 podcast a lot recently. As much as I want to be a full-time content creator and I want to be full-time with my business, I can't yet, and this is probably one of the most blessed situations I can be in to have this freedom. Some days we're busy. Some days we work from 9 to 9, but other days when I have time like this and I have time to fit in both, I am truly blessed to be here. I feel like I've had 3 or 4 different car talking shots and scenes already, so I feel like you guys have just been in the car with me, but I swear I am in the car a lot, so I do apologize for that. Again, I will have more free time throughout these next couple of days to do something more eventful for y'all. But this, is a typical day or a typical week in my life. So I'm being raw here.
It's your fucking birthday.
We back. We got food. A little audible. We went to a banh mi, so it's like a Vietnamese, I believe it's Vietnamese sandwich sub place. Since I'm not cutting down anymore, I'm not trying to maintain like a lean physique. I actually want to bulk up, and I'm running a lot. I'm trying to experiment with my calories. I got a grilled chicken banh mi with extra chicken. So right there, got it. Yeah, that looks so good. I already made a mess. I just started eating. I hate that's why I could never be a food influencer. I would just make messes everywhere. We also got an iced coffee again. Today we decided to switch it up. Shaken espresso with 2 pumps of pumpkin, 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, and 2 Splendas. I don't care, guys. I know Starbucks is a monopoly, but it tastes good. I'm watching a content creator, his name's Low. Between him, my boy Kevin, there's this whole crew with this guy, Ron Doug, David Perkins, Ricardo. Their style of content is kind of like what I love to watch. So that's what I get inspiration from. While I'm watching him right here. This man literally dropped an hour and 1 minute vlog. Like, that's crazy. But when I watch all these guys, it gives me that inspiration to keep creating because I see how long they've been in the game for, especially like when I talk to Kevin, he's like, he's been in the game forever. And like, I'm just starting off. I feel like a lot of my content comes to watching the vlogs and I get a lot of inspiration from them. I try my best not to steal anything, but I try to take inspiration from certain shots or what topics they talk about sometimes. And like, you know, stuff that relates to me because then I can share it with more people outward and hopefully give my perspective on it. I'm gonna take our first bite and give you a little taste test here. Oh yeah, this is about to be crispy. That has to be an 8.7 out of 10. I don't want to give it a 9 or a 10 yet, but that is good. The chicken is a little bit dry, but it has good flavor. You can taste like the teriyaki on it. I don't know, it has like the cilantro, the carrots. I don't know what other vegetables are on it, but it is very good. I would definitely be back here more often. Look who we got back here. Back in the vlog.
Let's go. The boys are back.
We are back. And we mean it this time. After a couple more trips, but then we're back.
Vlogception.
Yeah, this is what we got to do in San Diego. Kevin can't do the spiders, right?
I killed a spider.
I won't lie, I can't do spiders either. Or geckos, or cockroaches. Nah, none of it. I'm honestly kind of a, I don't know, what's the right word? Not bougie, but like,
Nah, you
I'm a
bougie,
clean
bro.
freak.
Nah, you bougie.
I
Look
need
at
it to
your
be
full
clean.
white fit. Come on, bro. You're bougie, man. What are those? You know, X vessels. Shark got the same ones.
I know, I saw that.
Matching.
That's all I'm looking for, you know? That's all I'm looking for.
Hey, where's locations? Anybody in San Diego? Drop it in the comments.
Facts. We just need I'm a great third wheel, but we just need a fourth person on the crew. Preferably, exactly, a double. Preferably 5, 6 and under.
Hey man, at this point, you take whatever you get at this point, bro.
And know how to use a camera once in a while.
Otherwise, you just train them. Yeah, alright, we can train them.
You ain't looking, but if you're looking, you look no further, because you're worth it, girl. I got all.
I'm the nigga with the bitches.
Fuck these niggas talking about, I'm the one they talk about. Don't mention the comments, I know tyrants like to talk a lot. Don't mention Osiris, I'm established, they're aspiring. Me, I'm tired of niggas, seeing novice, I'ma fry these niggas, realign these niggas. I'm distinguished like my diamonds, they see I'm hitting diamond, and I see them with they diamond tests.
Welcome back, guys. Happy Thursday? Yes, Thursday. Damn. The gym I go to out here is called Compound Lifting. And I love the gym so much, but they blast the music. So honestly, it's kind of nice. There's a lot of fans running, so hopefully that doesn't drown out the noise. But we'll make this pretty quick because it's already 11:30. We gotta get to an Apple appointment at 1 p.m. to fix the back of the screen, like I was saying, which means we got about an hour, safely an hour, but an hour 15 if we push it. We got an upper body day today. Lately, I've been running 3 days a week, and then I lift 4 days a week. So I do an upper, lower, upper, and then a arm and shoulder day. The reason is because since I'm running, it's so much volume on my legs already. I try to give them as much of a break and just hammer them one day. So that was yesterday. Today, we got some incline bench pressing, some one-arm cable rows, some dumbbell press, some flies, pull-ups. I'm just gonna pop it up like somewhere over here or here, but we got an upper body day. We're probably gonna have to superset some of it just to kind of make this a little bit quicker. Since I've started this routine, I'm bulking up now. And because I'm bulking up, my calories are higher and I'm not as much worried about mileage. I think a big thing I try to tell people is like try to choose one goal and stick with it. So if you're trying to focus on getting more miles on, then you're probably not going to want to get heavier. But since I kind of want to get a little bit bigger, especially in this off season, my calorie surplus will be like 100 to 200, a very slow bulk, but I want to maintain at least a 15 mile average per week. 15 to 20 is kind of the goal per week while still maintaining muscle and building. So you got to eat. Then go get started, enjoy the workout and whatever comes next. But here's the workout for you right here.
I think I'm pressed cause I ain't flying jets yet. Peep what I'm climbing next, peek at my highs yet. Please never mind the vets who treat me like I'm not a threat and don't embrace me when they see me pay out my respect. This shit don't make no sense to me either. Me as leader, that's who I elect. Now shift your demeanor, my nigga. I expect king dialect when you see me or cut the check. Then maybe I caress a simple procedure. Thinking shit is sweet, they see me singing Christmas with Bieber. Try and dissect like I'm from a different Dramita. Okay, they not impressed. I had just extended my visa when I got this shit from Heater. Caught a fireman. Need a fire truck to get these pussies when you find them stuck. Need a rocket up to get to me cause I'm the highest up. Leaving not to me but him. When it's time to shive and Juck should tell you when his time is up. Like incel, I can't find a fuck, I pentel on him. Charlie heat the stove and I cook up. I promise we got more inside this pot than luck. I brought it up but fuck the beef, I leave it out, the mix is drying up. Swanee hated when I give her opposite beside us. Extra time rocking, niggas flopping like Eon Flux. Writing caught imposter syndrome. They knocking me, trying to abolish me and send me home. Trying to box me and deprive me of the gems and the thongs. Outshine a nigga like I'm...
We just made it to Fashion Valley Mall here. We're gonna try to find this Apple store. Honestly, I love coming to the mall. I don't know why. I'm not a big shopper like that. But I feel like at the mall, people are always like doing their thing. Plus it's like San Diego, so everybody's on vacation. So if you come here to the mall, everyone's just chilling. Let's say Thursday at 1 o'clock, and I'll show you in a minute, but it's like packed. There's like people everywhere. I always get lost here. And I'm like kind of worried because last time I went to the Apple store, they didn't let me repair it because the back was broken, and sometimes they call that like a loss, and I don't really want to replace my whole phone because if you have to do that, they usually have to ship it back in and then ship it back out. Look at this. This is a nice mall. They don't got malls like that back in Connecticut, but until now, I'm just gonna go ahead to this place and get this thing done before it's too late.
Upside down, and I'd like to take a minute just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bella in West Philadelphia.
It actually feels a little bit weird, but I don't have my phone on me. It's 1:41 right now, and what I had to do was leave my phone there until 3:30, he said. So I'm pretty much phoneless for the next 2 hours. All the drone footage you've been seeing, I just went to the rooftop to grab some drone footage. Luckily, we had an impromptu appointment. One of my regulars, she just reached out to me and she's feeling a little bit sick. So she asked if I could come give her an IV. I have my IV supplies on me from this morning's appointment. So she got pretty lucky and she's a bit hungover, I think. So we're gonna go to her place and do an IV really quick, make a quick buck. Then I had to go do a car wash for my Jeep. So by that time, I'll be back and ready to pick it up. I'd like to go home and shower, but that's not happening right now. Or maybe it will if everything just like clicks. Also, what do you think of this angle? I feel like since we've had so many car talks, I'm trying to come up with different angles to put this camera. But on that note, remember yesterday when I got the quick release plate? Well, that quick release plate is something that I've been told to get, but it's one of those things where I'm like, do I really want to spend the extra money for it? Yes, you should. One I got is $30, and I think that comes with like the plate and the attachment. But if you get like the PGY Tech one, it's like $50 or $60. Since I've had it, especially for this car mount, I feel like I catch myself trying to screw it on. And let me show you guys real quick. There, right there. Attach it. It's as easy as boop. That's it. You literally pop it right on. And honestly, it saves me from like take the camera off from somewhere and put it back on there, or it has like switch different locations or whatever I need to do with it. I highly recommend it if you can get it, just because it just takes away that one barrier. from doing certain things. Again, there are certain things like you don't need to invest so much money into it. I'm just the type where like I'm willing to put the money I make from my work and just throw it into something like this because it's really something I want to get better at and like force myself to kind of work more towards, you know? Yeah, that being said, I'm gonna go do this IV real quick. I'm gonna try to get this car wash in quick for my other car when I swap it out, and we'll just see where the time takes us because I still have an hour and 40 minutes or so before I can go pick this up. All the stress. I just had to drop my phone, but you know, champagne problems.
I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air in West Philadelphia. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some.
Stay. Well, I feel like I'm taking you guys on a lot of food tours while we're here on this video. Right now, we got our car over at the car wash. So we're in an area called Point Loma. And this is actually the area where I used to live in before I moved downtown. And there's a place called Homestyle Hawaiian out here that every single time I try to catch it, they're always closed. For some reason, it's always, they close at 4 p.m. like just now. Right now it's 4:10 and I caught them at 3:50. So like they close early. So I've never been able to hit them because usually for lunch, I eat at home and dinner, I'll try to eat out. Since my car's over there getting washed, I was like, let me try to get a quick meal. I realized that I haven't eaten today. Like it's 4:10 and I went to do the IV this morning for a client. Then I went to the gym, then did another IV, dropped the phone, did another IV, and now it's 4:10. I forgot to eat today. Like I can't be doing that. Not when we're trying to get gains out here. I decided to get that for me, and then we also were posted up at a Pollo Loco. So it's a chain out in California, and you definitely have to get something to eat outside at somewhere, or eat at the place. Like I don't think you're allowed to just post up. But regardless, I got a little Diet Coke here. Oh my god, that tastes so good. Guys, I'm so hungry, but I'm so excited for this. Also, it's kind of nice. Right now, I don't have my phone on me, so I've been pretty much raw dogging it the last hour and a half, 2 hours. And like, I feel very naked without my phone, but a sense of like, kind of like calm. I'm not like paying attention to who's texting me, even though right now the time is kind of getting late and I feel like the time is just running by. I'm supposed to pick it up at 3:30, but I need a car wash, I need to eat. So Apple's just gonna have to wait. Like, bruh. Like, tell me that doesn't look absolutely fire. And I'm honestly, so Asian food for me is number one, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Like, I feel like Asian food just dominates. And then I would say Hawaiian's up there for me. Or I know it's like a gray area of like what exactly is Hawaiian food, because you got like this type of barbecue, you got poke, you got masubis, shaved ice. I don't know, but I feel like Hawaiian food has its own little category. It's the gray area, so I'm not exactly sure what's under it, but I feel like Hawaiian food is fire. I have this debate with my boys all the time, but I like Indian food. I feel like Indian food's up there for me too. The one thing I don't crave like crazy, and maybe it's because I grew up eating it, was pizza and pasta. Being from Connecticut in the Northeast, I would have pizza and pasta very often. I feel like that's not really my number 1, 2. It's not really top 5 for me. I feel like Mediterranean's up there. And maybe it's also because like I naturally now watch my carbs, so I don't reach for it. This might be a wild take, but Indian might be above pasta. I don't know. Don't get me in trouble, but I think so. I'm gonna finish this, go pick up the car, then go grab our phone and kind of finish off the days around there. I don't know what's happening after that, so I'm gonna enjoy my meal. I'm starving and I'm literally losing my mind. I deleted that in 15 minutes. And I want some more food and a nap. That was so good. But one day I actually want to make my way to Pollo Loco to actually eat as well, because I feel like it's a slept on fast food chain. But here's the Jeep. There she is. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are from. Right now, I won't lie, it's already 1 p.m. We have some packages in that I wanted to unbox really quickly. I have to go head to a coffee shop, or I want to go head to a coffee shop and do some work, but I just got this one in the mail, and I was like, you know what, let me try to get everything unpacked again. I got stuff that I need for Japan. I got stuff I wanted to get, kind of like more accessories, and then also some brands that had reached out and wanted me to just kind of check their stuff out. This is a brand called Spirited Gangster, if you can see that. We got a nice little letter. It's not handwritten though. Like gray crew neck. Definitely be wearing this at some point over this winter. This one, we got from Culture Kings. With this Japan trip, I'm foreseeing a lot of walking and also not much time at home. So I usually have a backpack to carry around my drone and my camera stuff, but I wanted to get something a little bit different where, you know, if I wanted to go shopping or something, I could like have this and walk around like that's pretty fresh. So I could put, it's pretty big too, like, and I could put like my camera in here, I could put like a jacket in here, and then extra like room for anything I buy out and about. Right here, it was actually 2 things I ordered. Believe it or not, I got this recommendation from one of my friends, but he said that Etsy has pretty good rings, because when you look for rings, you want stainless steel or sterling silver. And you always want to make sure it is, or else you're gonna get that green on your thumbs or on your fingers. So I was just like, let me test it out. I'm not trying to buy like a ton of, when I'm in Japan, I do low-key want to look at some chrome hearts rings along with some other jewelry. This is gonna be more for like daily wear, and I mean, but yeah, daily wear, this is pretty fresh, and it's like very much comfortable. You can tell there's no like little edges or nothing. Oh, this is a Japan Rail Pass. So with Japan, right, there's one, all you do is use trains and buses. So there's a thing called the JR Rail, which is the Japan Rail. That's the bullet train. So it's called the Shinkansen, I think I said it right, bullet trains. And essentially those are the ones that take you from, let's say, Tokyo to Kyoto, then Kyoto to Osaka, then if you want to go to like more the north parts, or go to like Hiroshima, like that's the ones that take you across the whole country of Japan. Then you have like the small local ones. The small local ones are cheap. They're like, I think to buy like a whole Tokyo pass, like around the metro of Tokyo, I think it's like $10 for 3 days or something like that on Klook. This low key is not worth it for a lot of people. This was, for 14 days, was $600. And I know it's a lot of money. I know a lot of people who are in Japan might say it was a waste, but for me, I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks. And I'm going with one of my boys for the first 10 days, and we're planning a trip to Kyoto and back to Tokyo for one trip. That's by itself, I think like $90 each way. So $180 for that trip. Then I'm planning on going to Kyoto again, which means I'm gonna need to return again, which puts that at $360, right? And then any other trips outside of the areas I plan on making, I assume that I would get close to this. I don't think it was I think it was $550 or something like that. But regardless, I was like, okay, maybe I save $100 more if I don't take a trip here or there. Versus this just kind of gives me the ease of mind that, okay, for 2 weeks, I am covered. I have to exchange this when I get there, but this pass is extremely valuable. So this is a gimbal screen protector for Osmo Pocket 3. I took it out for the first time after 5 months to San Francisco the other week, but I didn't even get that much footage on it. This thing that I got, which is a magnet on the back here, snap this on, it puts that in place. You have your buttons there, and then put it on like that, and boom. Now I can carry this around by itself. So now I don't need to have the hard case, which I probably won't use anymore. I'll just carry this by itself. The last package, our boys over at ASRV, I'll show you one of them, like a fall basketball line. So these are like the ASRV basketball shorts. But this is fire. Like, bro, this is on the level of Nike, for real. It looks like compression shorts, wife beater or tank top, whatever you want to call it. Another tank top. And then crew neck. I think I've worked with a lot of brands, and like they're literally one of my favorite brands as far as quality and just like a partnership goes. Yeah, they're great. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna go head out. It's already 1:30. I'm supposed to be at the coffee shop at 1:30 to do my work. So we're gonna go get that done. But yeah, that's about that for today. I don't know exactly how much I can show you at the coffee shop. We'll see. I feel like I've been pretty good with this week in the life so far, so we'll see what happens.
The day I get to spend on my own. I was tripping off. I used to sleep at your crib. Should drive out right where you live and pick you up on the way. We ain't spoken so long. Probably put me in the past.
Just made it to the coffee shop. We're at one called Better Buzzed, or Better Buzz, and it's kind of like a local chain to California. I think it's all around California, but there's a couple out in San Diego, and I was gonna go to kind of like a little bit more, I guess, Instagram one, but it was just too far away, and it's already 3 o'clock, and I just needed to bang out this work. I want to do my client check-ins, now I want to start editing the next YouTube video. I just got one out yesterday, and I'm starting to realize it takes about 2 days for me to get a YouTube video out nowadays, but that also includes like having work and having people, having clients to see it in between. It's like 2 days of like 3-4 hours of work that I don't get bothered with. So today I have a client, he hit me up, he's over here in Pacific Beach. He wants an IV at 4 o'clock, so I was like, you know, let me just run over here, do this real quick, and then I'll go see him and then pop back out and probably do a little bit more work afterwards. This is like, we're right by the beach over here, so we're gonna try to see if we can grab a little like sunset maybe. Throw the drone up around the beach area too to grab a little footage. I've been trying to bring the drone up with me everywhere I go just to have some form of camera with me, but especially with drones because I feel like you can never have too many drone shots. As far as the drink goes, we got the best day ever. It's like an ice Americano, whatever else they put, like a vanilla bean powder. Just gonna dial it in for these next couple of hours and try to get everything done because we only have 3 days left till Japan, and I need to make sure that I can get all the work done beforehand so I don't go into it with more stress. Also, real quick, just want to say, like, this area is usually so busy at nighttime. It's actually crazy. Like, when I used to be out on the streets, this street used to be so crazy, and now looking at it during the day, it's peaceful, which is weird because, like, you're used to seeing people stumbling drunk. But I'll show you real quick.
If that ain't too much to ask, I could pour you up a drink and we could burn some. Come through, come through, come through, come through. Girl, you know we got that.
I am trying to realize one of my favorite parts of creating content is the fact that, one, it's my way of documenting so I can look back at later. I made a tweet about this just today, and it was just like, that's kind of what got me into it in the first place for vlogging, was like, I just want to be able to see back for like certain moments, like when I got my Tesla, also when I ran my half marathon. Like, pictures go a long way, but videos go 10 times further, especially if you can put your own artwork into it. But two is where we're at right now is Pacific Beach out in, I was gonna say out in San Diego, but we're on Pacific Beach, and honestly, on a weekday, it's Friday, I wouldn't be doing this out just like random. If I showed y'all like a realistic week in the life, it would be me in front of my computer doing client work, editing videos, maybe grabbing content for like the gym, but I wouldn't be kind of like just hanging out at the beach like this. So the fact that because I've been creating this full week in the life, I'm actually gonna put y'all down real quick. Because of the full week in my life, I've had to kind of switch up my schedule a little bit to try to make it a little bit more entertaining, you know? And also, it has pushed me to just kind of want to do more things, and that includes like trying out new places like I showed you in the last video or clip, trying out different events, and like just like forcing yourself to just step out more, because when it comes to creating content, you can get so stuck up on the editing and on the filming and on the planning that like you get, especially if you're niche down, like you get stuck in the fitness world. And like I feel like that's the big thing with content I didn't want to happen, was for me to end up making it repetitive. And that's what happened when I first started creating content, which is why I hopped on YouTube. The idea of, one, documenting your life and just kind of showcasing it in your own way of artwork, I guess, and then also two, just forcing you to kind of do more things and step out more and just kind of be not even social, but be more outside and saying yes to more stuff that you want to show is like something that's pretty cool. And like, again, I wouldn't be doing this. It's Friday at 6 p.m. right now. I could definitely be at home editing or even going out or something, but I decided that I'd rather do this. And like today, my boy Matt, he invited me to a Padres game, and like realistically, I would say yes, but I'm going to Japan in like 3 days, and I just don't have the time or energy to be outside in the streets or to be doing all that. So on that note, I'm just gonna kind of wrap up this part of the video. I don't really have major plans for the rest of the night other than a little work, so I'm probably not gonna show that. Who knows? I'm not gonna try to give away anything. It's all gonna be showing in this whole clip. But we're gonna kind of wrap up here. I have a meeting at 8, and then we'll see wherever this Friday night takes us. But before I let y'all go, check out this. It's absolutely beautiful outside, and like moments like these make me realize, like, yes, we pay way too much for rent out here, but you know, you really can't get this anywhere else. It's like a smooth, I don't know, 50, 60, but it's like not cold, it's not warm, and it's like perfect out. So yeah, I'm gonna end that here. I tried to keep my sanity. I waited patiently. Girl, you know it seems my life is so complete. I love this truth because of you. You're doing what you do. Think that I do. The perfect love I search for all my life. Think I find perfect love that's awesome, so girl. What's good, fam? Happy Saturday. Yo, it's so crazy. San Diego's weather is so bipolar because it was just raining outside and now it's like a bit too bright. That's why I was out here this morning. That being said, we've just finished up some journaling. I was just kind of reflecting. I leave for Japan in 2 days, which is like absolutely crazy for me. I've always romanticized the idea of Japan. Like, it's always been on this list of mine, and I remember like when I used to watch anime a lot, even now when I still do, the Shibuya square and like all the little parts of Kyoto and like those little, I don't know, the architecture and like the energy, I've always wanted to be there. And I remember when I was younger, I would say like, I'm gonna visit Japan at some point, I want to live there at some point, and now we're going for 3 weeks. Like, life is crazy, and I love that it's getting the hype it is now because I feel like I'm seeing so much content around it. I will say this morning I kind of messed up. Whenever I go on my phone first thing in the morning, I kind of get into like a little like brain foggy mood, and this morning that kind of happened because this is a hot take, but since I leave Tuesday, I have to drive up on Tuesday at 5 a.m. to LAX, which is about a 2-hour drive, maybe 1.5 if I'm driving that early. But I pretty much have to leave here at 5 a.m. to get there for 7. I try to get for international flights 3 hours early just to kind of be sure that I'm safe. The flight's at 10, get there for 7, drive up at 5. So that means that I have to be up at 4 a.m. to kind of get ready and leave. So I'm going to try to, and this kind of started last night, pull an all-nighter the night before. So that means last night I tried to stay up. I think I only made it to like 1 or 2 a.m. and I fell asleep on the couch watching JJK. But tonight I'm going to try to grind out a lot of edits as far as like YouTube videos and Instagram videos and just kind of work tonight and tomorrow night. Try to pull all-nighters on purpose because when I get to Japan, I'm going to be jet lagged anyways. So this is kind of my way of like forcing myself to not get as jet lagged. Plus it'll force myself to sleep on the plane too. I don't know. It's something that I'm trying for the first time since I have the free time to do so right now. So I ended up waking up today at like 9 a.m. and first thing I did, I don't know why, I was pretty like well rested, I will definitely say that, and I went on my phone and started looking at thrift stores in Japan because I know thrifting is a big thing and I really want to try to get myself a little treat for myself, but we'll see. But yeah, so I started looking on my phone And what happens is like if I start scrolling in the morning, my mind just gets all fogged up. So I just wanted to journal out here and also do a little meditation and just kind of get back in my routine and try to stay away from my phone for at least the next like hour or two, you know. Today we don't really have too much of an eventful day. I'm on call from 12 to 8 p.m. and I'm gonna squeeze in the gym at some point. Hopefully what happens when I'm on call is that if I don't have patients to see, I can kind of sneak into the gym, get a quick workout, and if no one calls me the rest of the day, then we just kind of chill and just, you know, I can edit videos, go to a cafe or something. Or we could have a very busy day and I could not go to the gym until 8 p.m. The cool thing is I have a client, she's in Oceanside and Carlsbad area. So she's at 3 p.m. and if there's no jobs after that, I may grab lunch up there and show you guys a little bit of that area because that's another part of San Diego which I feel like doesn't get the love it deserves, and it's beautiful up there. It's a little bit more bougie, but I do love being in that area because it's so like, you just feel good, you know, so I'll try to see if I can do something about that. Otherwise, arm workout today, maybe do a little bit of cardio and then just try this all-nighter thing. Who knows? But hopefully you guys have been enjoying the full weekend of life so far. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit hard to grab content ideas for each day than just work. It is fun because I feel like this is challenging me to step out kind of like from the original, and not even like step outside, but like step out of my original routine and just like take a moment to like experience San Diego again, you know, whether it's like a new food spot or going to the beach or just kind of like taking a little reset. So yeah, we're having fun. We got 2 days left in this weekend of life, or 3 days technically. So I'm trying to make the most of it, and hopefully if you guys have been enjoying it, please drop a like, a comment of which part's your favorite so far or what you want to see in the future, and then subscribe because hopefully more content is going to be coming on the way. I don't know why I said hopefully, but more content will definitely be coming on the way, especially Japan content. If you want to see Japan content, be sure you subscribe.
Making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kind of like...
I know I've gotten Starbucks probably 3 times this week. I'm starting to realize that I do get Starbucks very often, which I actually didn't think about until now. As far as flavoring different, we got the apple brown sugar today. Always, whenever, I think I told you guys on my last order, pick whatever flavor you want to try. So like today I wanted to try the apple crisp flavor. They'll usually put 4 or 5 pumps of that flavor into your drink, and that's like an easy, let's say it's 70 calories a shot that they pump in. That could easily become 300-400 calories. So ask them for always 2 pumps of whatever shot you want. So this was the apple crisp, or I used to do white mocha, caramel, whatever you want, and then substitute in 2 more shots of sugar-free vanilla. That'll kind of sweeten it up a little bit without the extra calories. And then you can do oat milk or almond milk. I know there's a whole seed oil thing going on nowadays. It's a splash in your thing. Or you could just do whole milk, you know. I know almond milk's anyways like a almond or oats like an extra $1 anyway, so you might as well do the regular milk. That's how I always order it, and that's how I customize it. And on that average, it'll come out to about 100 to 150, maybe 200 calories. Like, you'll have to figure out how many pumps you put in. Now, when you track it, tip I'll give you guys is this. I use MyFitnessPal pretty much religiously, even if I'm bulking or cutting. I actually have fun with counting calories. I kind of treat it like my budget. So like, you have your calorie budget for the day and you see how much you can fit in the budget. Plus, it just kind of keeps you on track even when you're not really aiming for a specific goal. Like right now, my goal is to really slowly bulk up, but not too fast. So I don't want to overindulge on myself, you know? Being able to stay around right now, 2,600 calories is kind of the goal, while being more flexible. And that's why I tell everyone, like, you should just, if you don't like calorie counting, then stick to whole foods, stick to the basic nutrition stuff. But like, it's kind of fun, and then you can start figuring out like what you like about your diet. So what I like to do when I do my drinks, right? Usually I know it's about 120 to 150 calories for this. So what I do is I'll look up the word carb. So if you can see that, basic nutrition, there's 4 calories and 1 gram of carb. So if I have, let's say, a sugary drink like this, I'm gonna sacrifice some carbs for it instead of protein or fat. Like, even if this had 1 gram of protein or some fat in it, I'm willing to sacrifice some carbs for it, so I'll treat it as a all carb drink, which it probably is, but I'll do 25. So 25 grams of carbs is equal to 100 calories. And that's what you can do with anything that you know the calories for, because at the end of the day, it's about calories in and calories out for what your goals are. So if you're cutting, if you're bulking, protein is number one in my opinion, but calories is number two. So making sure you prioritize your protein, and then you also want to make sure your calories stay within range, especially if you're cutting, because you got to be under it. So to stay under it, I always tell people sacrifice your carbs for that treat, you know. So if you know a cookie is 200 calories, just use up 50 grams of carbs, and then make sure that you just make up for the extra calories with your protein. That's always gonna be better. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a little tidbit I want to give you guys. But right now we're headed to Rancho Santa Fe to do an IV for one of my regulars, another one for a regular in Laguna Beach, and then we'll see if we can grab a little content by the beach. If not, we're gonna go hit the workout, or maybe I'll be booked up today. So this is kind of one of those days where I play it by ear, and I'll take you guys along, kind of like where I end up.
What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners do. A boss is a road that I've grown into. I love you to death, but I told you the truth. I can't just be with you and only you. Yeah, I got one Virgil, got one, and that is the only two, man. How many times have I shown improvement? How many nights I've been woke, swerving the potholes, not trying to fuck up the wheels on the road, okay? Funny how life goes. He thought he was sick, now we wiping his nose, okay? Soon as you give him your soul, you blow up and they say you're selling your soul.
We're at Del Mar Beach right now. We got ourselves a little lunch, board and brew, and this place, it's kind of a local chain out in California, but it is so good. We have one kind of towards the beach where Pacific Beach, where I'm usually at. Did it drop? We're just stopping here for a little lunch. I just finished up the IVs for my regulars, and then now we're gonna go hit the gym after this. So we got a little arm day, and I haven't eaten all day, which is like super typical. I feel like whenever I get busy, I don't really eat the biggest meals, but I'll usually have like 2 big meals throughout the day. So a bigger lunch and then also a big dinner. And I like to usually finish off my day pretty full. That's just how I normally eat. So what we got here is called the Baja chicken. Like, hope you can see that. The one thing about this job that I do love, since it's my own schedule pretty much, I see clients based on like appointment times, and I drive around and explore. I also get to experience new areas. So like Del Mar, Solana Beach, Carlsbad, Encinitas, Oceanside, like those are all the upper half of San Diego, where I feel like I bet you if you ask my boy Matt and Jared if they've ever been, they probably will say no, because most people won't leave the southern San Diego area, which is the PB, Pacific Beach, Ocean Beach, downtown, Point Loma, La Jolla. Like that's where most people stay or come out to vacation. But there's like this whole upper coast, which is like 34 minutes up, that people won't experience. So I feel like I've been able to because of this job. I'm pretty sure the people behind me think I'm crazy because this is hidden in my backpack and you can't really see it. Let's see that. Little taste that. So good. And they don't skimp out on the protein either. I don't know if you guys are like me, but whenever I judge food, I have to judge it by portion size too. So even if you're the best tasting food out there, if you let me leave hungry, you lose a point, maybe 2. And then they also give you this. I think this is like a Chipotle sauce. That's so good. All right, I'm gonna go finish up my meal and then go to the gym. Probably take you guys along, show you a little bit of the workout, but we'll see. I feel like this video is getting so long already. I'm excited to edit this, but it's gonna be probably a long vlog. So hope y'all have been enjoying it so far.
Hey, they want my life exposed. They want to know about the highs and lows. Well, summer all I did was rest, okay? And New Year's all I did was stretch, okay? And Valentine's Day I had sex, okay? We'll see what's about to happen.
we got dinner here, and I just found out the other day that Kava does first responder discounts. Since I moved out onto my own and I've just been busier, I probably get Kava once a week. And for the longest time, I didn't know that I was allowed to get a first responder discount. I've walked in my scrubs before, but you have to mention it, and I thought they would automatically tell me. So since I found that out last week, this is my third or fourth time getting Kava this week. I love Kava, and I feel like it's one of the closer to healthier foods as far as fast food goes. Today we got a double chicken bowl. Like, bro, like, so I don't know if you can see this, but he couldn't even close it. Like, he can't close it all the way because he packed it so fat. It's a hefty bowl. It's showing you doesn't even do it any justice, but hope you can see that. Yeah, I don't think I will ever get old of, like, I feel like Chipotle was my go-to spot, but since I've been going to Kava, I don't know, Chipotle just doesn't sit with me well in the morning, and especially since I run in the mornings, I can't be having something weigh me down, or like, I can't be having delays in my morning routine because of it, and Kava actually sits better usually. I'm gonna do a little bit of planning for tomorrow, and then also I'm gonna watch a couple YouTube videos because tonight, like I told you guys this morning, I'm gonna try to stay up as late as I can to edit. That way I can go to bed later and try to get my circadian rhythm to what would be in Japan. Plus, hopefully by Monday night, I can stay up all night and drive to LA at 4 a.m. to make my flight, and then just sleep on the flight for like 6 to 8 hours. It's 10:30 p.m. right now, and I was just listening to a podcast it's the 505 podcast with Jayhawk. And I've been following Jayhawk for a while now, and he's someone who I looked up to because he was doing content creating part-time. And, you know, whenever you hear about people who are doing content creation part-time and not a full-time job, he just transitioned to a full-time job. With content creation, I've taken it seriously, but I haven't really like obsessed over it like some creators have. And like the ones that usually always talk about like how they became bigger was like they had that obsession to create, and I feel like I haven't really given myself that energy. Shooting this week in the life has really like recharged that back up. I'm like excited right now to like edit tonight, and like I actually want to like put in the work to edit, even though it's 10:30 on a Saturday. All my friends are out, like people are watching TV and like chilling, and like I just want to get these videos out, get these next 2-3 videos out. That way I can go to Japan and just focus on creating more content, get this one edited, and like I really want to get consistent. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've gotten to like once every week and a half, but I'm trying to get on consistent once a week, and then even push it to 2 a week if possible. So that's like the goal with everything right now. Listening to all these people, I've been listening to a lot of creators. Like I just listened to the Colin and Sumir podcast with like 5 different of the biggest creators. Listening to how people get started and like how they struggle through it just makes me realize this is a long-term play, and like I signed up for this and I want to do this. So right now I'm just gonna do a little bit of work to get myself planned out for tomorrow. Then I want to low-key grab some drone shots at nighttime. So at midnight, I'm going to try to run to the roof and grab some drone shots of the apartment and also of downtown, and try not to get in trouble. So if y'all hear this, shh. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to dial it in and just do a little bit of editing for tonight. This is a message to like the people who, maybe you're a content creator, maybe you are doing a part-time like I am, and like you really want to make this full-time thing. Like let's just, almost the end of the year, like let's just dial it in and just like really commit to it, because I just know that I have enough to give to people, and I have enough value and also relatability to hopefully help someone, which is the end goal of it, you know? So that all being said, enough of that rant. I'm gonna go eat this and we're gonna get started on the video. Regardless, we're gonna be up till 2-3 a.m. So let's see wherever this takes us. You know, there's no rush into tonight, but I feel like I'm gonna feel good, because usually at nighttime I get really focused when it comes to editing. I even got some energy drinks in the fridge just for the reason, and I know it's a crazy take, but we're gonna try to do this and just hash it out until we leave for Japan in what now? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, in 2.5 days. That's crazy.
10K stuff already, and it's only 11:50 right now. We've been walking, and Shark got a nice tan.
Oh God! Oh God!
All right, guys, catch you in a bit.
Definitely 4 hours away. Check a car I'll take a plane, baby, whichever is faster. Whichever one is in the house. Oh, damn, yeah, man. Never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into. I got something that I could lend you. A piece of mind, baby. Come and get a piece of mind. Yeah. Say you gotta work from 3 to 9. I get you home by a decent time. Wait.
Sometimes I wanna wait, 'cause I can see it from me. But you never know, never know. I'm feeling something for you. Baby, it's getting stronger. But you never know, never know. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause I really like you, don't you notice? I don't wanna know.
Chick. Can y'all see me okay? All right. So we just finished up a little coffee with one of my friends, Rory. We were just at Moniker Coffee, and that's actually one of my favorite coffee spots. We were just catching up. Rory helps me with my Turo drop-offs when I'm gone, so we're just catching up a little bit. That place, I would say, is probably in this area of San Diego, a top 10 work from home coffee type of vibe. Now we have to clean the house today. We're gonna do a very deep cleaning. Plus, I wanna make a Instagram and TikTok reel from it, because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I had one video kind of blow up a little bit, and that's like the first video that's done well in a long time. So I want to clean up the place and record it, because I feel like that's a wave I want to hop on, especially when it comes to lifestyle stuff. With cleaning, I've always wanted to tap into the lifestyle space, and since I've always been so fitness focused, I feel like cleaning can get you a lot of different variety, when it comes to content creation. So that's what I'm trying to do nowadays, which is why a lot of the stuff you see isn't just fitness, even though my niche was fitness. Before we do that, let's unbox these packages. I promise y'all, I don't have a shopping addiction. It's just with the trips coming up, and then also just like thinking of stuff I need, I just wanted to restock on a couple things. Much as you've seen, you haven't seen really clothing or like pieces like that, because I plan on buying a lot of stuff when I'm there. But I do have some other stuff I want to just kind of get ahead of time, Glasses from Privé Revaux. This is like that Jamie Foxx brand. They're not like super expensive, so I lost a couple pairs of sunglasses before, and I just don't see the reason to invest in super expensive ones. And this brand always has like pretty decent as far as like styles go. Hope you guys can see that okay. Bring this to Japan with me. I think it's pretty fresh. So over like the wafer style now, so I just wanted some ones that can kind of go with anything. We got another black pair, and this is more like the trendy style. So said when it comes to sunglasses, I try not to splurge out. I see no reason to spend a lot of money on sunglasses, because I don't know, I just feel like it's too easy to lose them. So we got a Movement watch. I love the brand Movement, and I always get their stuff because pretty high quality for the price you pay. It's like a perfect fit for the wrist. And this is a 38 millimeter dial, yeah. So it's not too big, but I didn't want it to be too flashy. I feel like all my other ones are 44 millimeters. So this is like one that I wanted to, again, this could be like a casual wear where I can dress up with it. So this was another Etsy find. I want like a bag that I can carry like my camera in, but that's not as big as like a crossbody. I found this. So this is like a mini puffer bag, and it's like, I would say the perfect size, because it's like decently sized, so I can put my camera in here and it'll have the protection to walk around. So pretty fresh. I really vibe with this. This is definitely coming with me to Japan. Clean. It's like not too small like a regular crossbody bag, but also it's not too big like a regular bag either. So I say this every time, but my supplement brand I work with, Transparent Labs, we got the mint chocolate chip black cherry pre-workout. As many protein bars as we can get our hands on. This is their dark almond chocolate flavor. Multivitamin, sleep and recovery, gut health. They just came out with it, but it's called Dopamine Plus. It's supposed to help with mental clarity. It has vitamin B6, folate, thyroxine, saffron. It's all vitamins. I mean, I thought I'd give it a try. And all their stuff is lab tested. Yes, sir. That's the haul for today. Now what I'm gonna do is try to clean this whole apartment in the next 2-3 hours. I want to go for a run. Last night I stayed up. I think I already told you guys last night, but I got up till 1 a.m. last night editing, and then I got tired after eating that kava. Knocked out for an hour, woke back up at 2, went to go fly the drone, which is probably the shots you saw last night, and then finally went to bed at 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m. Tonight, we're going to try to do the same thing, and hopefully I can push it out tonight where I can do it again tomorrow, because then I'll drive immediately up to LA and then sleep on the plane. That's kind of the plan. I know it's a crazy take, but if it works out well, I'll get 6 to 7 hours of sleep on the plane, and then I don't have to just waste away and watch TV the whole time. I can at least like edit my videos these next 2 days and then go into my plane ride with a video ready for YouTube and Instagram and stuff. So that's the plan. But right now we're gonna start cleaning the apartment and see what we gotta do.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical dishes in your bushes. Who rock grooves and make moves with all the mind. The back of the club, sipping my wet is where you find. The back of the club, knocking holes, my crew behind. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music lasting. But I just can't quit because one of these homies Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the truth. Love it when you call me Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Love it when you call me Big Pop. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies. Love it when you call me Big Pop. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up.
Oh, all right, we're finally done. So that took 3 hours. It's 7 p.m. already. I love cleaning the house because it's so nice after you're done, but it takes so long, especially if you're like doing like a deep cleaning. I wanted to just do a deep cleaning to get the house ready so when I travel, I can come back to like a clean home. Man, that takes so long, especially if you're like filming too at the same time, which obviously that's my own fault. That took us 3 hours. So now it's 7 p.m. I mean, technically I woke up at 11 because we're gonna try to stay up until 4 or 5 a.m. again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a run. We have a long run tonight. Hopefully I can squeeze out 6 to 7 miles. We'll see about that. This is the most calm Sunday I've had, I would say, for a while, because usually I'm on call or doing something else. So I'm not mad about it, but this is kind of a calm Sunday. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. But I lived in Point Loma for a year and a half.
Okay, so we can keep that 4. Yeah. When you say you don't want to touch the top, how much of the top do you not want to touch?
Work and everything, but then also like tips for traveling to Japan and stuff like that. With YouTube, I'm like going into it. Right now I feel like it's still like something I can mold. Yeah. So I'm trying to keep it as like. Happy last day of the vlog. So we finally made it to day 7. Whew. I won't lie, guys. A week in the life it's a lot of fun. Like, it's long, but I definitely want to say this re-sparked. Because of all my Bali content, all the old content I've had, I haven't really filmed much until this vlog. I was just editing a lot and I fell off my groove a little bit with filming. This almost reawakened that creative passion to want to go out and create more. And I think it's just on me to stay on top of my editing. That way I don't really get into these moments where I still have like 3 videos to edit, but like last night I finished a whole vlog in pretty much a night and a half. So like I know I can crank these edits out. I just need to dial it in, and if I can dial that in, then I can get to create more, because what I love to do more so is filming and then putting it together, you know? We're on day number 7 and we leave for Japan tomorrow, guys. We leave for Japan tomorrow. It sounds crazy to say, but I am beyond excited, and we just got a fresh cut. There's actually a barbershop downstairs, and when it comes to barbers, I don't really have a barber right now because I have the salon, which does the perm for the top. I do that once a month. And then I've been going to like one that I would usually go once a week to do the touch-ups. But I definitely want to say he's like my barber. I feel like because he does walk-in base usually only, you can't book him ahead of time. So I feel like I don't have that personability with him. And this one is actually on the first floor of my building. It's not part of my building, but it's on the first floor. And I might start going there. I don't know, because I don't cut my hair once a week anymore, especially since I like to have it. If you see, it's a 4 on the top and then it's a low taper. So I don't really need to cut it every single week because I don't mind it when it has more kind of volume on the sides now and it gets longer, just because it blends in with the top. If I start going every 2 weeks, I would start going to him. The only reason why I switched to my current barber, or like the one I go to now, is because he charges $20 a cut. And I'm just like, if I'm getting fades every single week, I'd rather pay 20 than 50 a week. But if I go every 2 weeks, I may start considering going downstairs. Plus the convenience of me just going down to the first floor is just like, I could do work and just pop down, get a cut, and can pop back up. And all the content you just saw, he pretty much has the whole place to himself most of the time because it's pretty new. So the content might be like a whole new vibe if I go there. But we made a little lunch. It's a ground beef rice mixture and it's got sriracha sauce on top. Ground beef and rice will never get old. We're washing that down with a Celsius. We got a couple more boxes. These are the last of the boxes that we're unboxing. And since you guys have seen every box I've unboxed this week, you might as well see these ones too. Suction cup. This is from Ulanzi. And I actually bought this one because my building has like all this glass. Like, let me show you. So we have all this glass here, along with my bedroom and my balcony area. So I wanted to kind of start getting a little bit more creative with my shots. And because it's glass, I'm figuring that I can just put up the suction mount onto the different like places, and I can have crazy new angles to go from. So a KNF concept. See, what happens for me is like when I think of one thing to buy, out of nowhere everything clicks. I start thinking of like 10 things to buy. I'll go 6 months without buying a single thing, and then go buy like $1,000 worth of items that I've been thinking about for the last year. Pretty bad, but I guess it's all stuff that like I know I needed or I've revisited because I want it. But other than that, I don't really buy clothes like that. So like I see all this as personal investments for content and for my business and, you know, just my own things. I don't really see it as like, I don't know, validating my expenses. Crossbody camera bag. I always carry around my backpack. This one is just more of an organized camera bag. When I kind of go out, when I travel, or if I'm out and about, I don't have to bring all my stuff, but I can just have this kind of hanging back here, and it has my camera, and if I ever need it, I can just pull it out. This one, we got a new tripod. So this is the carbon fiber, see on there, and then this is the quick release plate. If I guess with this one, you just push it in. And boom. And that will literally put it on there for you. Like, look at the difference. The problem with this one was it would always like, this head would always hit someone. I had to like sometimes unscrew the head to put it in my bag, but this is gonna be 10 times more compact. And like, they're about the same weight. I wouldn't say they're a big difference, but the head definitely does unbalance. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know this was like $150 and I think it's so worth it. And the legs, like that's gonna be so easy to use. You know, there's some purchases where I'm like, maybe I didn't really need that. This, although I don't need it, I'm happy I got it. This means I can't slack off on content. Hold me to it. But on that note, I'm gonna finish up my lunch, do a little bit of work for my clients, and then I want to go and finally replant I'm gonna go to my rooftop and replant this. I've had this sitting around for a whole minute and I just haven't gotten around to replanting the snake plant. So I figured today, right before I leave for my trip, I just don't want to put it off again. So never done this before, 1, and no idea what I'm doing, 2. it seems easy enough, but I feel like everything that seems easy enough ends up being a problem. So we're gonna try our best and do what we can here. By the way, just a quick note. Yes, I'm on the rooftop of my building and look at that view. Like, sheesh. It's beautiful out. And the reason why I'm up here is because one, I'm not gonna do this in my apartment. I don't wanna get my apartment dirty, especially since we just cleaned it. And two, they got like grass here, or I hope that's grass because hopefully the soil from whatever that comes, we'll just sweep it right in there. So in case you guys are wondering, that's why we're on the rooftop. But also, the view helps too because that is fire.
Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things that make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gonna be here for a while? I'm gonna call my crew. You gonna call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave, throw the keys to little C's. Pull the truck up front and roll up the next block so we can steam on the way to the telly. Gon' fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and roaches. Great conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo?
Look at that, guys. We are done. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was just one of those things where I feel like we just put it off for so long. Maybe we don't know how to do something. But bro, that took so quick. Not with filming, obviously, but if I did this without filming, it would probably have taken like 5 to 10 minutes. So I don't know what this piece is doing, but we're just gonna tuck this piece behind here. My hair is crazy right now. But I'm kind of at this point right now where like, I just wanna really get things done. And that comes down to just like work, content, house stuff, all these things I feel like I always procrastinate on. And I'm starting to realize like, the reason why I procrastinate a lot is probably because I'm too scared to start something or do something. So when it comes to this, like I know it wasn't gonna, I probably could have assumed that it couldn't be that hard. The idea of like wanting to film it and putting it as content and like just pushing everything off, right? Like there's no perfect time to do anything. I think that's why like my apartment took so long to get together, YouTube videos, editing, like all these things is just because it's your own lack of confidence and motivation to do it, I think is a big problem. And that probably goes for a lot of people who are afraid to start a business or who are afraid to start their fitness journey or adventure, is like, you know it's going to be hard, so you push it off. And that's just what procrastination is. So yeah, you know, you get life lessons out of everything. But now we're going to go hit a gym workout. Then we got to run to Target, grab a couple snacks for tomorrow, and start packing. We still haven't packed yet. That's not good. It's 6:10 p.m. Although, yes, I'm going to be up all night. We should have been packing. So we're going to get the rest of this night started, or we're going to get the rest of this night or day going. But yeah, look at us. I think this puts me on plant dad level now, or at least like plant stepdad level.
Get the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi, smoke L's while you do it. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me.
You say you be getting cash, okay? What's the facts? We gon' run up in stats. Police on me like a rash. You say you be getting packs, okay? Got this and that. Send my shooters where you at. Guarantee you getting whacked. Look, cook up like I'm Walter. Should've been on Breaking Bad. Look, step up in the room, you see the drink get hit with splash. She money coming quick, so she gon' throw that pussy fast. And I know niggas stitching for the cheese, they're rad. You know me, I'm never switching, yeah. My body different. They like Sleepy, you a hero. Why they paint you as a villain? Cause they know my niggas elegant. Shoot up your residence. They love me in my city. Swear they treat me like the president. I ran me up a bag. bag, up a bag, up a bag. I know they don't like it how I came up from doing bad. Had to run me up a bag, up a bag, up a bag. Gotta check like it's Nike, I just do it and never brag. You say you be getting cash, okay? What's the facts? We gon' run up being stats. Police on me like a rash. You say you be getting packs, okay? Got this and that. Send my shooters where you at. Guarantee you getting whacked.
Guarantee you getting whacked, guarantee you getting done up. I know some niggas patiently waiting to catch a come up. Now you look like a stain, once you spot it, you gotta rub off. We jump, you ain't no one on, you never get the one up. Move on, bitch, you could die tonight. This just a stain, hold your tongue. Shh, where the funds, don't play brave, don't play dumb. Jackpot tonight, heard you got it, then I...
We're at the grocery store looking for snacks for the airport, and I just realized like I have no idea what I want to get. I'm trying to be smart because I feel like whenever I fly on the airport, I see it as like an excuse to just kind of go crazy with the food. But again, gonna go 12 hours with eating like barely nothing to little, so I might as well treat myself if I'm up there, you know? Airport calories don't count, or airplane calories don't count, but I don't know. Oh! Steak jerky. Try these. And one of these. Alright, yeah, I completely lied. We're going a bit crazy, but we gotta get out of here. We can't be eating like this.
Well, now. Welcome back.
Bro, I don't know how, but that was $23. Like, I shouldn't be spending $23 on snacks before the airport, but oh well. Check out the whip. Jeez. So we're gonna end off the vlog here. This is gonna be the last part. I only have 10 minutes left of storage. This is a 256 gigabyte card, and we've actually used up the whole thing with this Week in the Life vlog, which is a good thing, but also I know it's so much footage I'm gonna have to dump. And like for me personally, I usually use up maybe 128 gigabytes at a time. So 256 is definitely more. I'm just charging my car right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm right across the street from Kava, but we're not gonna get ourselves Kava today just because I feel like I can't get Kava like a 5th time in a row. But what we got today is I decided to bring some meal preps. I got this meal, ground turkey meatball, some chicken, and also some broccoli. I mixed actually 2 meals into this one. For the second meal, we got just like a basic chicken and rice meal. This is what I'm gonna use to hold me over kind of for the rest of the night. And then we have to drive out in what time is it right now? 11:45 right now. So we gotta drive out in about 5 hours or so. We go up to LA, drop our car off, and then we drive, and then we fly out to Japan. Like, that's crazy to me, guys. I feel like Japan is one of those places where I haven't seen anything that's disappointed me. Like with Bali, when I came back, I was low-key a little bit excited to get back in my routine and get back into the groove of things. I know with Japan, I'm gonna miss it so much more coming back, and yeah, I'm excited. That's all I gotta say. I know this is probably one of the longer vlogs I've made, and if you guys made it this far, I really appreciate you guys. Comment down below what your favorite part was. And you know, with this type of thing, this vlog was almost for myself as much as it was for you guys, because I needed something to kind of grasp into the content again, and I feel like I was getting in my own head about a lot of things, and with this, it's kind of pushed me to kind of go out and make more content. And since it did that, it's gotten me really like excited to create again. I have a vlog ahead of time that I've never done before, like posted one on Friday and I have one ready for Friday. Like that hasn't happened probably ever since I've started creating. So yeah, enough ranting, enough rambling. I got only 5 minutes left on this SD card. So again, with this type of vlog, I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe started it before, you're just watching it throughout the day, or you just put it as background noise. And if you did, like, I still appreciate you guys for checking in, and if there's any part that stood out to you, or if there's more you want me to kind of talk about, I would love to, as far as fitness, lifestyle, mindset, nursing, Turo, like everything that I can, I would love to provide some type of value, you know? We're gonna end off the vlog here, just watching a little YouTube. Maybe I'll watch my boy Chris Tang. He's pretty fun. He's pretty good. But that's pretty much what we're doing. I'm gonna charge this car up 100%. It says 55 minutes remaining. So we got a long charge We had about an hour here. Then I have to go home and still pack, and then do a little bit of editing when I can. I'm just rambling now. You know, it's almost midnight. I gotta go to bed, but we're gonna power through tonight, and I'll see you guys in Japan. Peace.
No chit chat, you shine and get your shit snatched. Them windows 10, they slide it down, they splitting like a Kit Kat. Look, I'm from the street, you take an L, you gotta get back. And they don't want beef, we pull up on them with Big Macs. Look, cash, okay.